Protecting someone from domestic abuse can be a difficult subject. Sometimes a victim wants to file a restraining order but not a police report. Well, now, recently, two family court judges in Sarasota County added an extra step to the injunction process. SNN Local News 6 reporter Mia McCormick joins me now to explain. Mia.
An injunction for protection is a document you file asking a judge to grant a restraining order. Judge Robert McDonald and Judge Andrew Owens recently added an extra step. Once a temporary injunction is granted, the victim is required to pursue criminal prosecution. That step prompted an outcry from the victim's advocate community. When administrators at the Safe Place and Rape Crisis Center found out about a new step that would require people seeking a restraining order to pursue criminal charges against their attacker, they worried about how victims would react.
We think that it's important for the victim to be able to make choices to, what's best to their situation, what's going to keep their family the most safe.
Forcing a victim to pursue criminal charges in order to get protection raised a red flag for family law attorney Susan Chapman, too.
One has to understand that domestic violence, the victim is very beaten down when she comes for help. So every step is an obstacle.
Even the victim advocate coordinator for the Sarasota Police Department worries this type of requirement could backfire.
When victims choose to leave an abusive situation, that is already one of the most lethal times for them, and pursuing other avenues like a police report and pursuing charges could escalate that lethality.
This extra step goes above and beyond what state law requires. None of the organizations we interviewed were consulted before the policy was enacted. Victim advocates admit getting law enforcement involved sooner and deterring people from making false accusations are good goals. But this change is not the best way to do it. Filing an injunction for protection is already a 13-page process requiring specific dates and times. Slapping a police report on top of it may be one step victims are just not willing to take.
A beaten down person needs support rather than more challenges.
This week, Judge McDonald told Herald-Tribune columnist Tom Lyons that he and Owens are reconsidering the new policy. And for now, it's been suspended. It's important to note the policy requires victims to report the crimes after an injunction is issued. An email from Judge McDonald says the policy was initiated with the best of intentions, and it was meant to provide an additional layer of protection for victims, especially in cases where children are involved in the abuse.
Mia, you said that the victims would be required to pursue criminal prosecution here. What if they didn't?
This was never meant to be designed to punish the victim, so there were no sanctions if a victim did not decide to get law enforcement involved. This was only designed to add protection.
Okay, all right. Mia McCormick reporting for us. Thanks, Mia.